And, of course, Gary Gensler, being an ex-Goldman Sachs guy, has done nothing with that information.
And that whistleblower accurately, months before, predicted what was going to happen in the market because he's working with these people and hearing them brag.
Right. Now we know that Russia has been aggressively accumulating gold. They're buying lots of gold. They're probably the most aggressive central bank in the world buying gold, and also they're buying Canadian dollars, which has some exposure to gold and precious metals. So there is a link between what's happening on the central bank side of things. They are accumulating for the first time in decades. They're net buyers of precious metals, and they're getting ready for, as you pointed out at the top of this segment, for a new global currency, whether it's going to be special drawing rights or some new concatenation of weighted currencies into a new global-type currency. This is, without a doubt, coming because it's the only way that they're going to be able to re-securitize and repackage these the U.S. is $14 trillion in debt right now. They're talking about expanding the debt ceiling to $20 trillion. They have to repackage all that and resell it to create and to restart the clock. And the only way they can do that is to create a new global currency to replace the dollar. And by the way, the dollar and all these other currencies will be devalued. They will all be devalued against this new currency, against the only thing that they can devalue against, which will be gold.
And meanwhile, they are trying to start a new war so they can politically launch this new order and distract us with the war. I tell you, Max, this oil spill is getting more suspicious by the minute.
Well, I think it's suspicious in terms of what? How?
The way they blocked all these foreign governments from coming and helping, the way they gave orders to the well operators they knew would cause it to explode, the way they're pushing their carbon tax to remonetize their new system. Max, we'll talk to you. Come up in a few weeks with your once-a-month visit, maxkeiser.com. I appreciate all the time you spend with us and your great insight.
Hey, if anyone wants to send me a cookie, go to sugarplumcakeshop.com.
Always some strangeness from Max Keiser. We'll be right back. Stay with us. The Wall Street Journal marveled 2 days ago, saying, this is the most unconventional spies we've ever seen. Good-looking women trying to get into Wall Street, people infiltrating Harvard, infiltrating social network sites. I mean, this was clearly a sleeper cell. Fake names, illegally here, married. They're spies, okay? Unless that's all a hoax. And we did see the FBI hoax about Hatari, and they've been ordered released, and then the feds tried to block that, and that got trumped again, and so that appeal got defeated. So it may be a hoax, but that redhead is supermodel beautiful, and they are here illegally, and they are spies. I mean, all the evidence shows that, but it's very interesting that you have spies infiltrating Wall Street. If you study what the British did 100 years ago, and the CFR around 80 years ago, 1924, was they infiltrated New York and the robber barons and had British wealth, and their robber barons marry with our robber barons. And in the two-part history of the English-speaking peoples, which I've read, by the way, incredible, by Winston Churchill, he admits all this, okay? The British brag they took America back over. It's more of a merger. It's kind of like a marriage. In fact, that's how they describe it. So I wouldn't say take over, they moved in together again. Of course, Churchill was half American and the other half royal, with the Duke of Marlborough. Famous footage we've got of Churchill and his wife actually going to a meeting with the Queen wearing crowns. Because back in the old days, royalty would still wear their little sub-crowns to go meet with the Queen.